Housing is a state subject, and the state housing minister pretty much holds the key to how the real estate sector fares in his state. Imagine now being the housing minister of Maharashtra, which has Mumbai to take care of. A city with multiple housing challenges, going vertical, affordable housing, illegal construction and slums. It's not an easy chair to occupy. Today we get you an exclusive interview with Sachin Ahir, the housing minister of Maharashtra, on the hits and misses of his 5-year tenure. And the first question Ashish Bhatia, our correspondent, asked him was on tackling the menace of illegal construction in the light of the Campa case. Can the state government not ensure that incidents like this, which has devastated families, do not occur again?
I think the Supreme Court has taken a very rash decision in due course of law. But yes, we have to obey the law. We cannot go against the law. And Maharashtra has always been seeing on that, and we've been upholding when it comes to the law-abiding state, you can say. So we have been doing it. But we are also trying to rehabilitate them also and see if there is some rehabilitation comes up, not also rehabilitation or some regularizations comes up after implementing the Supreme Court order.
Do you think this menace of illegal, construction, illegal buildings all over Maharashtra, they can be tackled by way of, demolition or regularization? Like going forward, what's the way for Maharashtra?
Because we have to also accept the fact, like past 15-20 years, we could not create that affordable housing. So people have bought, encroached or gone, maybe legally, illegally, they have made up their houses. But we cannot just, with only a law, we can just try and demolish that. So we need to do a lot, and that's how we have formed a committee under the Municipal Commissioner of Mumbai to examine which are the areas and how in future this doesn't happen and how to tackle this issue to be brought in the form of the law.
Sure.
Yes, rightly as you said, the Campa was a different, totally a different example and a different case as a whole, where the builders have been cheated them, and we have taken into a task. We have come up with a new regulatory authority or regulatory act, which we are saying that henceforth no Campa should happen. And with this, hopefully with the regulatory authority, we may overcome these kinds of issues where the developers are cheating the tenants, and unfortunately the tenants have to bear the cost for it.
The fact when we're talking about single window clearances, Maharashtra took it a step forward, and it was a ray of hope for the whole of Maharashtra when we said that, we are the first state to incorporate the regulatory act, first state to bring that on the forefront. Do you feel that it should be repealed because it, in a way, negates what the central bill offers?
Central bill was being proposed, and let me put it on the record that this was being proposed after seeing the state's bill only. Nobody thought of that. And with this law, hopefully, I think we will not be going ahead of any central act. Central act has its own. We have also given a commitment to the central government that yes, if they bring up some law, which is whenever they feel or the parliament pass, this law will not uphold that law. So that law, central government law, will be taken care of.
4 months since we talked about that, there's nothing in news, about what is happening on the ground level.
In this new act, in future, anyone who wants to develop, they have to register to this authority. For the first time, we have done the speedy action and the speedy decisions to be taken. One is the authority and one is the appellate authority. The authority is consisting of the principal secretary, present or ex-principal secretary, and the appellate authority is consisting of High Court or a retired High Court judge. And what we have given judiciary power to this authority. So there is no officials, like no political interference. It's totally an official body, and no non-official will be appointed there, and they have to take a decision within the 3 months, so that wherever you see, if the one of the client or the customers goes to the builder and if he's been feel cheated, the builder straightforwardly said, okay, if you don't feel right, go to the court. And then the process of the court takes so long that the client has to compromise with him. In this act, what we have said, within 60 days, they have to take the necessary decisions.
How near is the future in that sense?
The act, the rules, we are hopefully, we are forming the rules. Already rules have been tentatively been framed by the department. I'm likely to announce it on the August 15th.
We'll touch upon another important aspect, single window clearances. Developers find it very, very cumbersome to get approvals, and it's been going on since ever now. So how do you tackle this problem of, like, will you be able to assure the developers that, a single window clearance is in the offing?
We did try it in SRA and we have got a good response also. KSR we have made a component authority as an SRA to decide to approve the plans and give them one window system and give them all the permission which is being needed. But you have to also understand that there are environment issues, there are fire issues, there are water issues, sanitary issues, which needs to also tackle it up with different kinds of department. Yes, rightly as you said, any building which has to be redeveloped or we has to be constructed, they need 41 permissions. This becomes a very bottleneck for the people and the hurdles of the developers which are facing. We are tackling that issues also, and now we are trying to streamline. Like in case of DRP, where you say Dharavi redevelopment project, we have made a component authority, the SRA only, to sanction the plans. So slowly we are thinking of the old dilapidated building also. We are again coming up with 33-9 cluster policy, which is also one window system where a high power committee acknowledge the proposal, and not only acknowledge, they approve and give the necessary permission at one state.
Moving on to finer details, developers are known to evade taxes and, collect money in black, and there's this trend of, reducing carpet area. How are you tackling that penance?
Now we are seriously thinking that in future we are telling two agencies, one is the corporation and another is the revenue department also, that they should not approve any plant without carpet areas. One, if they do that, it is a violation of law. And secondly, the registration of the flat has to be done only on carpet area, because now what happened, the registration of the agreement is done. So we are not enforcing that registration is only a document between the buyer and the seller. But now we are telling the revenue department also, okay, in future if you are doing registration, the area should be mentioned in the carpet area. And with this new act also, which Maharashtra Housing Act, which we bought 2012, this has also been specified how a draft has to be done, what kind of agreement has to be done, and how they have to show the sale area in carpet or in the super build-up separately, not totally.
Your views essentially on freeing up FSI in Mumbai, that's been talked about even by the earlier housing minister.
I think you cannot expect a free FSI. We are not here like an international city. Yes, we are trying to compare with an international city, but rightly as I said, we are trying to make city within a city. We do have a scope, but the infrastructure is a basic things. So first we are trying to tackle the issues of the infrastructures, which we are likely doing it very properly. Delays are there is a reason. But after that only, when we are itself convinced that yes, this city can take more burden, more infrastructure, there is no need of more infrastructure when it comes to, not only I am talking about water, electricity, but it comes for the sewage treatment plant also. Unfortunate part, which we are now tackling the issues on the sewage treatment also. You will not believe this city, only 30% of the water, the sewage water, is being treated and being sent in the sea. That is a concern thing. So we are not here to just to increase and take a popular decision. We are linking it with the infrastructure. Once the state government is convinced, yes, we are fully fledged with the infrastructure, then only some hike in FSI will be done. It's not like this we have not done so. In suburbs also, there were some TDR, the rates had gone so high. In suburb also, we increased the FSI by 0.5 also. So then now high density is being taken. In the cluster policy also, we have come up with the FSI of 4, and that was the cluster policy was only for the city. For the first time, we are saying henceforth the cluster policy, any building which is more than 30 years old and which has an area more than 4,000 square feet, maybe it may be in city or it may be in suburb, can come for the cluster development, where not only 4 FSI, if there is a plot more than 5,000, they will get more incentive in FSI. If there is a plot of 6,000, they will get some more, and if it is a plot of more than 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, so the FSI will increase.
Thank you for joining us on the show. Pleasure as always.
Thank you. Thank you very much.